Confirmed it's in something.
Anyway.
Data book or something.
Okay. Well, I was thinking about genetics a lot because of Himawari, as well as Jura with the whole Tintel's possible connection thing. And there was something I actually found, Kamui. This is actually really interesting. So please go to podcast topics is where you can now. And I think you're sharing your screen. In fact, no, you got to share your screens for this.
On Discord too?
Yeah, on Discord too.
Okay. Podcast.
Let me know when you're sharing, and me and Immortal will watch.
I'm sharing. Okay, I'm at the bottom. I'm just gonna go to the bottom of podcast.
Oh, you are my bad. Yeah, go to the video. That's like scroll slightly. Yeah, that one. Watch like the first half of it, and then this is like. By the way, before we watch it, this is like your best argument for the Himawari thing. We can't hear it, but I guess that's fine. If you want to stop and reshare it, that'd probably be best, just so we can hear. It'll be on stream, but it won't be for us. I mean, they're playing the captions anyways, technically, but just make it easier. So, Immortal, I want you to watch this too, because I'm curious on your take on this since previous conversation stuff. It's related to Jura.
How do I
Jura's possible genetics.
Sound? That just
press the box with sound.
There is no sound option. Let me get this.
Let me catch up on stream. I'll see what it says. My God. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Immortal, you can just play it on your end, I suppose. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
That video? Yeah. Okay, I guess in that case, we'll just play the whole video. But can we talk over it so we don't get copyright, I guess? Well, I guess, Kamui, you could just play it until it's obvious where you can cut off.
For example, take you, Sasuke. The reason why your daughter looks like you is because your genes were passed on to her. Everything about her is simply data that was recorded into her genes.
Hey, that's not a very nice way to put it.
But why does he call himself an Uchiha?
Oh yes, that's the name he claimed for himself. Granted, he's just a reproduction, but as someone who possesses the Sharingan, he was obsessed with the Uchiha family name. In particular, he was enraptured by your late brother, Itachi Uchiha.
Okay, I talked over the whole thing so that we don't get copyright.
Oh my God. Anyways, the first half of that is the important part. So not only are genes canon in not just Naruto, but also Boruto. But I thought it was really interesting the way Orochimaru described it. First of all, shut up. Anyways, first of all, Orochimaru is the one describing it. I think that's really interesting, considering Orochimaru is now relevant for the story, and genetics are relevant for the story now as well. So it's going back to the beginning of Boruto, basically. This is the Shin Uchiha, the Naruto Gaiden, the literal first thing we got of Boruto, technically, from Masashi Kishimoto. Unless you want to count the Boruto movie, but I'm not going to count that for now. Technically not even Boruto. Technically, the end of Naruto. But
was it Naruto Gaiden before the Boruto movie anyway? Like in terms of when it was written.
In terms of timeline. Yeah, I don't know, because the manga came out first, but did the manga come out before the movie? No, the movie came out before the manga was finished.
Before Naruto Gaiden?
Before Naruto, the manga was finished.
No, that was Naruto the Last, I thought, that was getting promo, not the Boruto movie. The Boruto movie wasn't out before Naruto was finished.
You're right. Because I was confusing the two in my head. I knew what I was saying, but I was saying the wrong thing. Or no, I knew what I was thinking. I was saying the wrong thing. Anyways, that's interesting that Orochimaru is being brought back in the same way from the beginning to the end, Alpha and the Omega. What's more interesting is the way Orochimaru is describing it. He's describing it in the same way Amato described the chakra fruit. It's a record of all things. It's stored in the fruit. Like, he described it like 3 different ways. Like, it contains everything. He's comparing genes to the exact same way Amato compared the chakra fruit, which I thought was awesome. I think that's important.
Like Amato, like they genetically update themselves using the chakra fruit, so it's like a similar concept, yeah.
Yeah. So keeping this in mind, I was trying to look forward in the story with Jura. before we do that, I was hoping we could look back into the past and see where this applies. I was looking for some connections earlier today. I'll put this in chat. I actually found this around the same time I was doing research for this video I'm working on. The connection between the genetics. So I found this, and I thought this was really interesting. So I put this in chat. So Itachi without stress lines looks exactly like Sasuke, basically. I thought this was interesting because of the genetics, because you look at the comment and like maybe they're brothers. So I was like curious. Do you guys think there's like some connection between like Itachi and Sasuke in terms of like genetics? Why they would look similar, if not arguably identical? Like, do you think there's a connection there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, you going with the chakra fruit thing, like, if they theoretically just had very similar genes recorded, they would look the same. That's why you can have like real life doppelgangers where people just happen to look like you for that exact reason. If the genes just so happen to express basically the same way, you get that result. Kind of like brothers.
I think it's definitely possible.
Even if you're not.
Maybe. Immortal, what do you think? Do you think there's some connection between Itachi's genes and Sasuke's genes? Like, do you think they'd be similar for some reason?
I guess.
Well, let's hear your theory.
Your
so why do you think that would be the case? Yeah.
I really don't know for sure. That's all I got.
I mean, but like hypothetically. Like, let's just assume it is for sure. What do you think that for sure would be? Like, if you were the writer, how would you make a connection? Yeah, between Sasuke and Itachi.
Genetically. Immortal?
I'm thinking right now. I'm trying.
Okay. Well, because there's a lot of theories going around in the community. Like, for example, this one guy said in the comments of this post, I don't know about this, but like maybe they're brothers. I don't know. I think there's definitely a connection between Itachi and Sasuke, but like genetically, all we know for certain is that they look similar without the stress lines, which I thought that was a really interesting detail.
Yeah, that implies like a nurture being the difference versus nature. Because stress line.
So I was curious why you might think that. Do you think there's like a reason for that? Are you still thinking, Immortal?
Sorry. I'm editing my video. Yeah, you might have to move on.
I mean, but like we had more to say on this, like connecting it to Jura and like Himawari's genetics. I think this is important. So like, because what I was thinking is because clearly Sasuke and Itachi don't look identical. The fact that the stress lines exist in the first place means that to some degree this is either wrong or bolstered in a way that we're not understanding. So the genes can't contain a record of everything because Sarada isn't an identical clone of Sasuke, both physically in terms of gender and like looks, and in terms of like the thematics. Sarada's supposed to be her own person.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious thing there would be Sakura is at play, but in the case of Itachi and Sasuke, it's clearly different.
Yeah. So, Immortal, what do you think the connection is here with Sasuke and Itachi?
Their dad's genetics.
What about the genetics, though? Do you think?
Their mom.
You don't think there's anything with the mom's genetics?
There is.
What do
Okay.
you think that is?
Fuck. Oh, okay.
Because I was hoping to get your theory on this. Like, this one guy said maybe there's brothers, and like there's been a lot of other theories. Like, maybe we know that they're from the same clan at the very least, but like Itachi has the stress mark, so maybe like stress played a factor in it. So maybe they don't have the same genetics or something. Definitely possible. Because like this guy said, maybe they're brothers. But okay, that's fair. But like, what do you think about that theory? They could be brothers.
Maybe.
Genetically.
They are
Immortal?
brothers.
Maybe.
Well, but in reference to like this conversation in particular, what makes you say that?
Well, they look the same.
So you
Well,
think they have
yeah,
the
but
same
like Naruto and his
genes?
shadow clones look the same. Yeah. Like, how do you think that works? How did they become the same brothers in the first place?
Because they were born from the same mother.
So you don't think the father had anything to do with it?
Okay. That's
Well,
interesting. So we know powers passed down from the previous generation to the next. Yeah, that's another thing. The will of fire being strong, each generation surpassing the last,
yeah,
etc., etc. Yeah.
yeah.
So you do think they're brothers?
Well, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Chat, what do you think? SMH, does Itachi without stress marks make him and Sasuke related? And y'all have been, yeah,